Hi, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Zen Romance Tarot. We're going to take a look at Aries and Cancer, the relationship. I hope you guys are doing okay out there. I did meditate over these cards. We're going to take a look and see what's going on with this couple. I don't know how complicated this is going to be, so because of what I see, I don't know, I feel like it might be some things that you guys need to know. I'm going to go ahead and start with the story. I'm not going to pull any surrounding cards just yet, if that makes any sense. It might be a good idea to, but I'm not going to. Aries, in this relationship, and please keep in mind these readings are for entertainment purposes only. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. The story pulls Aries information, right? This is what they're thinking. They could think this about you, Cancer, or this literally could just be Aries or energy right now. Put people where they belong, be realistic so you get the most out of the reads. You have the Three of Swords. It comes up for Aries in this relationship with Cancer. Ultimate disappointment. This is something where you guys might be in this Libra energy, or you've had some encounter with a Libra. This is the ultimate disappointment. This is you being brokenhearted, strife. You guys had some sort of a bitter argument, you two. It could have been a very bitter argument. It was an unfortunate argument that led to unfortunate news. There's something going on where deep wounds were gained from whatever argument this is. This represents some sort of a petty argument, a petty dispute that led to a temporary separation and time apart. I don't know if that's where you are now, but this is the energy that I'm pulling for Aries. We have the Ace of Swords that comes up. This is willpower. This is you accepting something with clear judgment. For some of you, you accept some sort of change that's going to come about. There's something where you have to be diplomatic, so you are practicing diplomacy. You had a small idea that manifests into a big change in your life. Fairly, and this is glass half full, or unfairly linked to strife. So if we take a look at the first card that comes out for you, there's some sort of strife because of a third party. We can also say that the third party is not always a person, but in this particular event, it is. There's some sort of strife because you had an idea. You go with it. It leads to something big, so these changes come. The only reason why you were able to move on this idea is because of what happened here with the Three of Swords. So it was kind of like a catalyst, something throw you towards it. You go into this thinking air energy. Whatever happened here, whatever thoughts you had about the situation or the relationship with Cancer, things were cloudy, they were muzzled. And now something's made clear. You have complete clarity on what this relationship is, what it's about. Something with the truth is going to be communicated, but I feel first you will have a revelation about something that once eluded you about this connection. We have the Seven of Swords that comes up reversed for you. This is a moon in Aquarius for some of you. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. This could be situational, meaning per card. Or this could just be the story of one's feelings or one's actions or whatever's going on in this dynamic. Now we do have the Seven of Swords that comes up reversed here. This is willpower. This is you guys accepting something. This is somebody who is unable to let go of old patterns, old concepts, routines. Fear of the unknown is why I can't give something up. This tells us that whoever this person is, it says this in Aquarius, has a history of doing this, I guess, plenty of times before. This is not going to be the first time for this Aquarius energy that comes up, Aries. Maybe you have Aquarius in your charts. For some of you, you have Libra in your chart. At the end of the day, fear of the unknown. There's something where you feel like you may have missed some sort of an opportunity. For some of you, you missed a boat. There's going to be an Aquarius that misses a boat. For something, they miss it because the door closes and then the window didn't open. That sounds like the subway, but it says a boat. I don't know. Whatever. But to put it back into perspective, you guys feel like if one door closes, another one is not going to open. Somebody is covering up the truth. But here's the piece to it. Aries, there's somebody here who feels like they're covering up the truth from you because they feel like you don't need to know something. They think it's for your own good that they withhold information from you. It is for your own good. In this instance, and this is what Cancer is saying, or whoever this is. It could be Cancer saying this. It could be an Aquarius saying this. However it goes, they're saying that in this instance, this is for your own good. Why something is not being revealed to you. Why something is unknown. Why you're not being made to feel comfortable during your endeavors or whatever this is. But the card also goes on to say that although in this instance, this is for your own good, this theft, this sneakiness, this stealing, or whatever this is, somebody also stole somebody's ideas. It says Cancer may have stolen Aries' ideas. Typically, this card means, and this is what the text is saying, that there will be times when the intention behind this card is some sort of deception or thievery or something's being manipulated. However, it goes back and it says particularly the reason why something's being withheld from you, Aries, is for your own good. There's something here about an initiation. Somebody's intention could have been to deceive, but this is about some sort of an initiation. The original intentions behind this card are for your own good. I don't know what that means. One more piece to this. This is about a close friend or a relative. It says something about you did not read the fine print of a business deal. So this has to do with a close friend or a relative and somebody not reading the fine print of a business deal. Cancer, we're going to go ahead and take a look at your energy. That's why I wanted to do the story first with this one, because it was just like these pieces. I'm like, we have the Five of Swords that comes up for you. So anybody, if you know Seven of Swords and Five of Swords, those are two things that you really don't want to show up. However, we have Aquarius energy pointed to against with this Cancer and this dynamic. Somebody plays a mediator in this. I don't know if you guys are friends. I don't necessarily see love here. I see a lot of thinking here. But the Five of Swords comes up. There's an Aquarius energy that enters again. They enter with the last card for Aries with the Seven of Swords reversed. Enters again, Five of Swords. This is somebody getting caught in the act. This is somebody who confesses something. This is differences of opinions that cause strife. Here we go again. This word strife comes up 3 times. Aries is having some issues over here. Twice it comes up. Cancer, first card in, it talks about strife. Differences in opinions. For some of you, you want to reconcile after some sort of an argument. Remember, you guys had a petty argument here with the first card, Three of Swords. The argument goes to Five of Swords. Now I want to reconcile, says Cancer. There's some distance that occurs between you guys over this disagreement that you had. So remember, this first card tells us that somebody left the house. Somebody walked out. It's a temporary separation. Others are pissed at you, and this is more than just one. This is more than one person. I feel like somebody's got a group involved, or there's more people involved here. I can kind of say that because when I look at this Three of Swords, obviously there's a 3 there. There's a third party. Differences of opinions. Distance occurs between others over this disagreement. For some of you guys, you realize, and let me be very clear, Cancer. Let me be very clear. It's my little light that I got going on. You realize that now is not the time to apply magic or perform metaphysical operations. Because of this argument that you had with Aries, Cancer, you decide that now is not the time to apply magic or perform metaphysical operations. So you're practicing magic. feels like it backfired, because after you got told off, right? So after Aries split your wig, you decided, oh boy, now's not the time to do magic. No, probably not. Because it says you got caught. So when you get caught in the act of doing something, right, and it feels like video or something like that, or there's something that leads you to being caught, where you confess, you know now is not the right time because you've been caught. We have the Five of Cups that comes up. So when you see fives, you see that there's a lot of conflict, there's change, there's instability. Things are not going well for you. They're not going the way you thought they would. This is regrettable decisions with this Five of Cups that comes up. I have regrets in this relationship because you found out some things with this fortune and favor. So somebody was doing favors too, to top it all off. I made some regrettable decisions. Resentment over past loves, past mistakes. There's some distrust. There's hateful feelings. There's lies. There's separation, taking us back up to the Three of Swords with the cheating. There's depression, spiritual distress, and also abandonment. Somebody's angry because they let the lust demon take over. Cancer, you could have been lusting after a Scorpio. Whew, child. There's confirmation of grief here. So you guys may have lost something. There's something about it being subtle loss. Or, yeah, this is a loss. A subtle loss or significant losses that lead to grief. You're being advised that you need to adjust your mindset to losses and also grief. For some of you guys, there's a lot of thinking about this, whatever this is about. There's some loss here. Some of you could have had some sort of differences or beef with an Aquarius. There's something going on with a Scorpio here where there's some anger, abandonment, and loss. I don't know. There's also this hermit energy that comes up for you guys. So with that, this is something with an outsider. An outsider that could be looking and probing and trying to find something out. This could be an elderly person. Somebody's older. Somebody could have white hair. They might have things that are different about them. It says here that they believe in superstition, and they're also practicers of, or still practicing, what we today would be considered outdated thinking. So they're not really with the times. It also goes on to say that this person is eccentric. This person is an alchemist. This person is a master of experience. So they're experienced metaphysical masters. They also have a hidden identity here. This person could be a Virgo. They clone themselves so they can advise you, or whoever you are. Let me be clear. Clones himself so he can advise his known or unknown students. Some of you guys are being initiated into something. Some of you know that you're being initiated. Others do not know that they're being initiated. If you feel like somebody's trying to initiate you into something and tune you into some weird shit, that's probably you not knowing that they're trying to initiate you, which I told you guys at the beginning of the read. Whoever this hermit energy is, they're supposed to be a teacher in this respect. Now, granted, there could be some corruption here where somebody's doing an investigation if we wanted to look at it from that perspective. I would say that because there is somebody who's unable to let go of something here. This thievery with Five of Swords, Seven of Swords, I wouldn't be surprised if the government is doing a probe, looking into some sort of corruption. But when we keep it in context here for Cancer, we're going to say that this is an older person. They're a master alchemist. They have a hidden identity, and they train students who are known and unknown. So students know they're in something, and then there's some students that don't know that they're training. So they have some silence, whatever this is. You know, that's very sneaky and it's not fair. It says that this person appears quickly, and they also disappear quickly. It says that this person has been ostracized in public. But it also says here that they know things that other people don't, which somebody must find it valuable, clearly, if they're popping up. Whatever this is about. This is all, at this point, this is all freak show. You got some guy or whoever you are, girl, whatever. Listen, whatever world we live in, who knows? Common energy between you guys. The world. You have Leo and Aquarius here, along with the Scorpio energy, trying to attain something, or there's attainment of mystery, something about mysteries, initiation. It says that you guys are trying to renew something. You guys could be renewing something. Initiation. Ah, I get it. Initiation is reaching finalization. Something about goals being met, accomplished, transcendence. Somebody gets some public recognition. There's a graduation. Somebody's able to travel. These are achievements of long-term challenges. So I feel like you guys maybe have been put through the ringer for a really long time, and finally it's over. There's some graduation, like this person is winning the Olympic medal or something like that with this world card. It's going to be something that is public recognition. It is world, global. This could be something online also, but I do feel like this is something that's going to be seen by the world, whatever it is you guys are doing. Is there anything else? Yeah. The cards say that collectively you guys beat something that was against all odds. Maybe you made it out of a lion's mouth. Maybe you escaped all types of weirdos, groups, cults, covens, lodges, frats, sororities, weird people, ex-girl freak shows, everybody. You escaped them. You won. You guys get some public recognition for that. There's going to be some travel. This feels more like a relief type of thing for me, but the good thing is, Aries, you have some winning idea in your head, and it's really small. But this small idea, I feel like you guys move on it, and what it turns into is huge. So huge, the Cancer's pissed that they treated you the way they did, child. They're suffering from depression, grief, confirmation of grief, losses. They done lost money and everything else, but you found out something new because you took some time to think about it. So whatever eluded you before, it was made very clear. You decided to act on, I guess, your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. You're letting go of old concepts. Some of you guys were hell-bent on keeping something. You're letting it go. You know that something was done for your own good. I still question that. I don't know about that. However, what was for their own good, please? Why are we keeping this a secret? Why do we feel like this Ace of Swords, or why somebody wanted to test and see how tough you were? Can you manifest what you want? Can you still be harmonic? You're not going to be able to finish. Somebody counted you out. Somebody was saying that you couldn't finish something. You can't manifest. Da-da-da. You know, fear the unknown. Da-da-da. They tried to sun you. Right? Like you couldn't do it, Aries. There's also something with creativity. They said you didn't have any creativity yet. Cancer was stealing your ideas. Confirmation they did. Cancer stole your okay? So if you need a confirmation, yes, Cancer stole it. That's what it says. Or there was a burglar that stole from Cancer. Something like that. Somebody stole something. But it feels like, I don't know. Somebody's being tested. Give me one more for Aries in this relationship with Cancer. All right, illusion, fusion and union. There's something where you guys might have some issues coming together. There's something that needs to be fused together, but I feel like there's some friction that needs to be dealt with. Somebody's saying that you're not tough. I'm going to test you. Somebody says you're not creative, yet they want to steal from you. Fusion and union. Somebody's going to try and get together. Whatever that's about. You still have to find a way to make two forces that don't make any sense. Oil and water, you have to make them come together. That's what it's saying, essentially. Cancer, give me your energy, please. What's your energy in this relationship? Give me a couple of cards. Let me shuffle these again. I really like these. I don't use them often, but it's like when I feel like thinking, I'll use them. All right. We have combat. Somebody's arguing, somebody's fighting. It does talk about petty arguments. Petty arguments. Somebody is not willing to stand up to certain things. Like, I'm not gonna, I don't know. I'm not gonna fight long term for this argument. I'm not gonna, anything that gets tough, you can forget it. I'm gonna walk away. I'll bring it up, but I'm not gonna stand there and actually fight. This one came out sideways. I'm not taking it. It did say responsibility. These cards, I'm not taking nothing sideways. They're either gonna be upright, they're gonna be reversed. Cause I'm not doing all that. Like, some people are really good at interpreting that. I mean, it could just mean that somebody's on the fence, but maybe it doesn't mean that they're absolute. Like, I get that, but do I feel like really reading on the fence? Give me more for this here Cancer. Mastery. Yep, that's what it says. You're a master somebody. Use up your yelling presto. And once you got your little wig rubbed off or whatever I just said, because I can't remember. Yeah, you stopped. You was like, oh boy, this is not the right time to be throwing magic or performing metaphysical operations. Right? Operations. Sounds like a business or something, like operations. How do things work? Operations could be, because you do have a lot of swords here, this is something that could be operations. You could have some links. There is something about a link here. Somebody could be applying links. You know what I'm saying, Cancer? Links. Something about you're in an investigation. Somebody's looking at you, miser and being frugal. So you are in combat, mastering something but being frugal. I would expect that from a studying student. All right, so you guys might be in school. Tell me something. Why is the Seven of Swords under investigation? Because somebody stole something here, and it looks like there's an elderly person that stole something, and it looks like it's being probed or looked into by, I guess, the powers that be, into what was stolen. Somebody who was impatience. There's something with a group of people who did something fast. They didn't have any patience. There was no order or organization, so whatever work they did, it was sloppy. It was fast. It wasn't thought out. With this Seven of Swords, somebody is now trying to cover this up. Somebody did try and cover up a theft, a betrayal, right? It was, somebody was impatient, so they did not take the time to plan well this crime. There's also order and organization. So this person is an organization, but this person is a part of an organization. This energy that is here, which clarifies the Hermit being looked into as an organization and the order of the organization. Like, what are the origins, the order, how's it run? Somebody was impatient and they did something. Somebody who's part of an organization and now is being looked into by some government. It's actually a group of people where there's some sort of conflict. They were trying to manifest something and they don't get any harmony out of it. Yeah. It's a bust. Give me one more, please clarify. Give me one more. Basically, it was an organization that tried to do something. There's an organization being investigated. This organization, somebody belongs to this organization in your family. It could be a friend or a relative who belongs to this organization that is under investigation. Virgo energy, they could be a Virgo. But this person could be an Aquarius who's part of this organization. There's a family member or a friend. That's absolute. Interior. Something about somebody's home. The inside of something. The inside of somebody's home. Maybe they came inside. Maybe they stole something out of the inside of your home. I did ask for clarifications. Fear of the unknown. That I went in somebody's house. My organization and I went in somebody's home. We did not have permission. We stole something. We covered something up. We're covering up the truth about this house. We are covering up the truth about how the plugs got all messed up. We're covering up the fact that we took all the water out as part of the prepping stuff. We are covering up that we redirected the water to give it to the other people so they could pay little to nothing, and mine would increase to $1,100. As part of that organization is Rodney. Someone's name could be Rodney. He could work for the city in Meriden as an inspector. He did water and he does property. I saw him down doing some other place too. So I guess he ain't good, number one. And so if you ain't good at one thing, I don't know if you need to be expecting more than that. But something about the interior of one's home. Somebody could have went in and invaded it. This is y'all's common energy. These people literally went above and beyond. And there's something with laziness here. Maybe you guys had to, somebody went in your home. They said something about laziness. Maybe they were saying that you were lazy or you were lazy in a partnership. You weren't able to manifest anything, but you are manifesting very well. So these people lied on you. Somebody's going to get some recognition for this, though, for this initiation. I guess in some circles, I guess this is considered prestigious. But there is public recognition, I believe, that you guys are going to get for your achievements. Being able to make it through long-term challenges with people doing this and that to you. please keep in mind that there is a magician that shows up here. Somebody who so-called was training you silently and you didn't know it. I don't feel like you guys knew. They put you in craziness. Like you were working and then you still had to be frugal no matter what you were doing. So these people did this on purpose. What was the point of this? What was the point? Because I know it's for humility. It's humility. They wanted you to have humility, both yous. What was the point of them doing this? Maybe they felt these people off. You know, they need to worry about themselves. Morality and consciousness. You know, your balls are big. How about that? Talking about you trying to freaking tell me about humility. You know, you got nerve, these people. Off. These same folks, don't get me started. I'm being nice today. I've been nice all day. But it says ain't nobody getting no grace up around here. Okay? That's what you won't be doing. I'm about to get off here because I'm mad. I'm mad. Hold up. Give me one card. Give me one card from Aries so we can see what you got to say to this Cancer over here. Give me one card. Let me just shuffle these up. What do you have to say, please? Aries, what do you have to say to Cancer? Give me one loving... Okay. You got one. And it's reversed. Remember that you can't change anyone. Remember that you can't change anyone but yourself. You can't change other people. You can show them the light. But it's like you can't change anybody but yourself. I feel like this is something that you may have rejected at one point, or maybe you felt like Cancer rejected this. Maybe they're seeing the light now because it did come out reversed. Maybe that's your message. You can change. And they did. They changed their identity, all right. They disappeared in the thin space, and they be peeking around corners and coming and going and deciding when magic needs to be involved and when they're going to do metaphysical operations. All types of effery going on. I don't know. Give me Cancer. Give me one card. Cancer, what do you have to say to this Aries here? I'm not taking that. I need to turn that over. Let me do that again. Be fair. And do it again. Hold on, y'all. Give me a card, please. Cancer, what do you have to say to Aries? Okay. Got to read a flip. Reverse. Your life is so special. Treat it with loving care. You don't know that your life is special. That's why you're playing games with it. Whatever that's about. I don't know what this is about. I'm done. Anyway. Yeah, I think I'm done. Somebody was cheating, though. Where's my little bag of tricks at? Hold on. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Who is this, combat? Who is this world card? Who's fighting here? Because I know that who's significant is Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. It doesn't say Taurus in this text. It says specifically Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio. Attainment of mysteries. They're trying to get something answered. Something about combat, mastery. But they're being frugal. Give me letters. Who are these people? Give me some initials, please. Okay, there we go. We got a bunch of runes. The letter B. Somebody must really want to talk a lot. Hold on. Who is, wherever I was. Who's this, all these other people? Let me see the letter B. Give me more letters. B-A-Y. Or somebody named Yab. Somebody could be Bay. Give me the combat energy. Somebody's fighting X. There's somebody's name that starts with an X. You could be fighting in combat. W. They could be out fighting. The letter Z. They're out for combat. The letter M. They're out fighting. And the letter E. They're out fighting. This world card. Somebody could be a B-A-Y. Hold on. See if I can get through over there. Oh, shucks. Shucks almighty. All right. Oh, what is that? Somebody was trying to test you to see if you were tough. Give me initials for this guy who wants to see if you're tough. Or a woman or whoever this is. The letter L. Somebody's name starts with the L. They was trying to question you. F. Somebody from Florida. The letter N. So FLN. Maybe there was a Flynn. Hold up. A G. Somebody's name could start with a G. They were trying to question how tough you are, testing you. Tell me who this third party is, please. Give me one more letter for this person. An M. So they were trying to test your gangster and see how tough you are. Give me this Three of Swords. Who is the third party? Give me initials for the third party. Or some letters from the third party. The one who broke up the house or whatever this is. The letter J. Child. Somebody named J. They either the J. Yo, I swear. Yo. Somebody named ZJ. We're going to put it there. Somebody named GZ. Is they the third party? Child. Yo. I was about to say. Somebody named T. ZT. JT. Hold up. Says third party. T-Zoo. You know. Oh, TJ. TJ. That makes sense. That makes sense, TJ. You a third party. Who is this over here that causing strife? The Ace of Swords that you had a revelation about, Aries. Give me letters for this revelation had. The letter K. You had a revelation about the letter K. The letter L. Hold on. The letter V. The letter Y. Okay. We got those letters over there. Let me see. Who is this person, this Virgo energy that shows up? They're a magician. They disappear and they come, they walk up and then they disappear. Apparently they're skilled. It says CH. That sounds very weird. Q, CHQ, G. That's weird. X. Who, another letter for this magician where there's no grace. P. Who's this miser? The person who's being broke or whatever, just holding on. They're mad, but I don't blame them. I'm looking at the story, how they were fighting. They're mastering something they are. They're a miser, holding on to what they got. They might not even have a lot. RT. More. F. V. I'm tired. I love you guys. That's all I have for you. I want to thank you so much for tuning in to Zen Romance Tarot. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Please. I love you guys. I'll see you in a little bit. Bye.